Look at Byron. You know, Childe Harold made him the most popular poet in all of Europe. And when he wrote that, he did the first 2 cantos, right? And he said, if this is a hit, I'll write more. If it's not a hit, I won't do any more.
You should do the same at the end of your shows. Promise the audience you won't do any more if they don't like it.
At the end of my successful tours and live shows.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh, gosh.
Ancora bagna cauda con le verdure.
Grazie.
E la cipolla
Grazie.
più.
Grazie.
Prego, buon appetito.
Grazie.
Molto
Grazie. What is wrong with... Childe Harold, Byron wrote, was a thinly veiled self-portrait.
I was aware of that.
Well, we could do a similar thing with you. Child Stephen, follow you on your travels and...
That wouldn't be a pseudonym, would it? Because I'm called Stephen. Byron wasn't called Harold.
No.
Was he?
He was actually George Gordon Lord Byron. Gordon.
Understandably, he
Ditched
the Gordon.
It's not a romantic
It's not a poet's name, Gordon. No. Gordon Byron on line 3.
Oh, God, tell him I'm not in. He does my head in. So, Child Stephen, do it as an article, turn it into a Sunday night serial on BBC One. Who plays you?
A Sunday night costume drama about my life.
Yeah. Who plays you?
It could happen.
Who plays you?
Play myself.
Couldn't do that. It's Child. It's meant to be like a young man. You could have Jude Law.
Jude Law's 40 plus.
He doesn't look it, does he? He hasn't aged like you and I.
Well, he's balding.
Yeah, but he's got that face. He doesn't.
He's got that really young, bald look.
When you played Alan Partridge, you know, when he was popular, he was more known than you, and of course he was older than you. But with me, with the Rob Brydon show, my name is in the title. I sort of push that.
Yeah.
If I were in a bar in a hotel in Britain, right, and I want to have a drink with a girl, I couldn't do it because there would be an assumption. Oh, what was he doing?
Go and chat to Rob Brydon.
Yeah, people think I'm affable.
Affable,
that's right. I'm affable. I'm affable.
I'm not disagreeing.
I'm an affable man.
I'm not disagreeing
But
with
my
you.
public persona is even more affable than I actually am. I'm not as affable as people think I am.
You've made an affable rod for your own back.
Yes. Yeah. Yes. And I'm not saying I'm not affable. I am affable. But
Well,
I'm not as affable as perhaps I've given people cause to think.
Crystal clear.
So, out here, I can be off the leash. I can let my hair, what is left of it, down.
Down.
And, you know, have a good time.
Ecco qua la pasta,
Oh, lovely.
i tagliarin a ragù di carne. Lei, i tagliarin a ragù di carne.
Grazie mille.
Buon proseguimento. Buon appetito.
Grazie. You know, there's a publisher who is very interested in putting these articles into a book, a Christmas.
How do they think they're going to get
stocking
6 articles that turn it into a book?
book. Well, we would also do the ones from the Lake District, from the English ones. What did you think of them?
I didn't read them. I was in America, acting.
They were a lightly fictionalized account of your adventures in the north of England.
How were they lightly fictionalised?
The names were changed to prove...
What about my
We
name?
kept your name, but the girls' names were changed.
So how do they know it's fictionalised if it says Steve Coogan's Adventures in the Lake District? Does it say brackets penned by Rob Brydon? No?
Not in the traditional sense, no. No, but then I did do the work for you, didn't I?
Bellissimo.
What do you think on the Mini, then? Are you enjoying it?
I'm pleasantly surprised.
It's a nice car. And to drive it in Italy, yeah?
What?
You see what I'm getting at?
Yeah, the Italian job.
Exactly, yeah.
I was wondering whether you'd actually booked the Mini in Italy, the Italian job, just to give you the opportunity to say, you're only supposed to blow the bloody doors off. But I've done it now, so hopefully that'll be an end to it.
Do you, Michael Caine? Did you see him in The Dark Knight Rises? And his voice gets even more emotional than it's ever done in the past before. I don't want to bury you, Batman. I will not put you in the ground in a little box. I will not do it, Master Bruce. I will not do it. I'm not going to bury another Batman. Another Batman? How many Batmans has he been burying? How many are there? I've buried 14 Batmen
I've buried
so far.
14 Batmen.
And their little pointy ears
I'm
in a
not
box.
going to bury another nylon cloak with pointy ears that people wear at birthday parties.
With a little belt, a very wide belt that is
Very wide
flattering to
belt.
a man with an expanded girth. I won't do that to you, Master Bruce. I will not do it to you.
And I won't Like the voice, like that.
The voice goes even closer. He's basically yodeling. And then Christian Bale says,
What are you saying? The way she talks like this, he puts his tongue up her front. I want to be a Batman. I don't want to be a normal guy.
But you sound deaf.
Well, she's got the word.
just so nobody can recognise him. I can't understand a word you're saying, Master Bruce. Talk to me as Master Bruce, not as Batman.
Why does he...
So he can have the cloak of anonymity.
But he doesn't
knows
sound
him.
like he said, here's that bloke in the cloak who sounds like he's deaf again.
Maybe
That's
he's a deaf
it's not
hero.
anonymous, is
He's
it?
a deaf hero.
No wonder when Batman arrives and starts speaking like that, everyone starts looking at the shoes. Because they're all thinking, oh, God, why does he talk like that, poor fella, you know?
And what about Tom Hardy as Bane? Did you catch a single word?
They're like competing to see who's the least understandable.
Bane, you're never going to beat me. You'll never beat me.
Take off your mask, love. I can't catch a word you're saying. He's a wonderful actor, don't get me wrong.
No, he's very
Tom
good.
Hardy's
No,
very,
he's-
very
he's-
muscular, so he's a terrific
I
actor.
know, he's
terrific
he's
actor.
good. He's scary good.
Yeah,
Scarily good.
But
I don't... Do you know what I think that is? I think that they both are very formidable actors.
yes,
Very charismatic.
yes,
A little bit scary.
yes.
Can you imagine a first AD going up to one of them going, the director thinks you can't quite understand what you're saying. Do you want to try a different voice? Do you want to try a different voice? The director's just a little bit worried that maybe people can't understand what you're saying. Okay, all right. No, Tom says he's quite happy with the voice he's got at the moment, and he's happy to go with that.